In this last video, with solving equations with fractions, we're going to focus on the multiplication property of equality. I have two examples here. The first one is x over 10 equals 8. We can read that x over 10 as a division problem. X divided by 10 equals 8. Because it is division, we're going to use the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So in this problem, we're going to multiply 10 to each side to isolate x. This is how it's going to look. 10 over 1 times x over 10. And then we're going to multiply 10 to the 8. And I'm not going to write it as a fraction because 8 is not a fraction. We can then cancel these 10s, and we're left with x over 1, or just plain old x. 8 times 10 is 80. If we plug in 80 for the variable x, we get 80 over 10, and does that equal 8? We can reduce these to 8 over 1, or 8. 8, in fact, does equal 8. So x equals 80 is our solution. In the second problem, we saw something like this when we talked about the division property of equality. But I wanted to show you another way to solving this problem, using the multiplication property of equality. In this problem, we have negative 2/3 times w equals 24. We can multiply both sides by the reciprocal of negative 2/3 to both sides. So it's going to look like this. Negative 3/2 times negative 2/3 times w equals 24 over 1. And I do that because I am multiplying by a fraction. Negative 3/2. So you can see this was the original fraction, and I'm multiplying the reciprocal. So the reciprocal means we're flipping the fraction. I am including the sign, and so I have that here as well. Now we're going to reduce. Remember that when we multiply a negative to a negative, we're going to get a positive. And we can cancel out each of the terms diagonally. That's going to leave us with a positive 1w, or w, since we don't write the 1. Now we need to simplify here. 24 and 2 can be reduced. And so we're left with 12 over 1 times negative 3 over 1. Because they're both over 1, that's really 12 times negative 3, which is going to give us a negative 36. Now let's go ahead and check our answer. If I plug in negative 36 for w, it will look like this. Negative 2/3 times, or I'll put parentheses, negative 36 equals 24. Actually, I probably should have put it over 1. I'll do that. Now, I can reduce 3 and 36 can be reduced. I'm left with negative 2 over 1 times negative 12 over 1, which is really negative 2 times negative 12. Now a negative times a negative is a positive, and so that's going to leave me with positive 24 equals 24. Because both of them are the same, W equals negative 36 is the solution.